What's good guys, welcome to the video, and as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to talk about how you can literally shift your whole freaking reality by mastering this law. And the reason I'm making a video about this is because this stuff truly changed my whole freaking life, guys. So the problem I used to face again and again and again is that I wanted to improve my life, I started to improve my life, and then out of nowhere I just fell back into a rut. This happened again and again and again, and I had to use so much force and so much willpower to get out of this, but afterwards I realized that wow, there's actually a way to just make this feel effortless. Before we're gonna hop into this video, if you like this type of content, please subscribe, like the video, and feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's on the description link down below. Let's hop into it. So what we're gonna talk about today, guys, is the law of assumption in combination with shifting your self-image. What you need to understand about anything, about wanting to become someone new, wanting to change yourself, shift your reality so you can achieve, do the things you really want to do, right? Is that whatever you assume about yourself is actually going to end up being your self-image. Now, whatever self-image you have is the reality you live in. So your current self-image is currently the way you act out in this world, the way you see yourself. How much money do I make? How attractive am I? What can I do in this world? Am I ambitious? Am I disciplined? Anything. And this goes very deep, guys, but we have to understand that on a subconscious level, we assume a lot of things about ourselves. Now, what's going to happen? Here's a little example. And this happened to me again and again and again. And I see this happen to everyone wanting to achieve something new, wanting to change their reality, wanting to change their life. Let's say, an example. You want to get fit. You want to finally build up your dream body, but you've been lazy your whole life, right? So from this place, from you seeing yourself as someone that's very lazy, you've never really been into exercise. Now, out of nowhere, you really want to go out and exercise and you start to go to the gym. After about a month, what you will see is that the majority of people, they quit. And the reason they quit is because their current self-image, the thing they assume about themselves, is not matching what they want to achieve. So their old self-image is going to draw them right back into their old self. That's why you're constantly trying to get out with force and you're just being drawn back into who you were, right? Because you need to get here. You need to get to this root cause here. You need to assume, the assumption you have about yourself needs to change, right? I remember in high school, for some reason, I looked at a woman, I was like 14 years old, and it made absolutely no sense, but I remember this girl commenting on my nose once, right? And I remember looking at my nose back in the day, I was like, oh, it's kind of on the big side, right? Even though I look now, I'm like, you know, it's a nice freaking nose. Anyway, that's what I thought. That in and of itself had projected a self-image in me that I was ugly, that woman didn't want me, and that I had a big nose. So I was carrying that throughout all the way until I was 19, 20, right? I had this deep-rooted self-image that I wasn't attractive, that it made no sense. But on a subconscious level, this is what I was still assuming about myself. So no matter what I did, I used all the tactics when it came down to picking up women and all this stuff. There was still all this resistance. It was so hard. Until I finally started to understand that if I just go to the root cause right here and I assume different things about myself, then the reality will just fall into place. Reality will just shift automatically, and that's exactly what happened. So what I did is that I started to assume different things about myself. Now this is going to feel extremely unnatural in the beginning, but you need to go within yourself and really start to see it. How does it feel like to be attractive? And I would literally visualize it and feel it time again. Day in, day out, every morning I would wake up and I would do this and I would go into the day carrying this energy. What I saw is that over time, I was just acting attractive and I was just attracting women. This happened automatically. So I went to the root cause, I went to the assumption. If you truly understand this, guys, you can literally overcome anything without effort, right? It doesn't actually take effort. Effort is not going to get you there, and neither will your willpower, because it will run empty at some point. So I drew this out because another thing to really be conscious of and really understand is that the way you see the world is a reflection of you, right? There's no world out there. It's all within yourself. The way you see yourself is the way other people are going to treat you, and it's also the way you just see the whole world, right? It's all in your own mind. It's all within your own freaking mind. And if you truly start to understand this, you can be become literally anything you freaking want. So what we want to do now is we want to create a 2.0 version of ourselves, a new self-image, a new assumption, right? They are basically the same thing. So please understand that your current self-image has probably been there for a long period of time. But in order to truly change your reality and make things effortlessly and change your life, you need to create a new version for yourself, and you need to gain clarity on who this person is becoming. So what you can do is you can start off with one aspect of your life. So maybe it's your current health. You've never seen yourself as the person who is really fit, who is going to the gym, but you actually want to make a change now. And maybe you've tried to go to the gym many times, but you're constantly falling back. What you want to do now is that you want to truly sit down for a bit and think about what types of traits this new person needs to embody in order to achieve this new fitness goal. You want to think how that's going to feel. How is it going to feel to be that person? Can you actually see it and feel it in your own mind? So you're going to need to take some time out of the day to just take some time for yourself. It can be a few minutes in the morning and just step into this new self. When you step into this new self, you just go through your day with this new energy within yourself. And every single time you feel as if you're being dragged back into your old self, you just make yourself aware and you're telling yourself, nope, that's not me anymore. That's the old me. And sometimes it's going to come back, but you just say, no, that's the old me. This is me now. This is who I am right now. And you start to embody this energy. What you will start to notice is that the current goal you've had, like getting in shape, getting fit, is going to become effortless, because at a certain point, your self-image, your assumption about yourself is matching your action. That's when it becomes effortless, guys. For me, currently fitness, it's effortless. It's so effortless for me. It's harder for me to not train, to not be fit, than to be fit, because my current self-image is matching that action. So what you want to get clear and what you want to do as well is that this is the old and this is the new you, right? So what traits does the old you have that you no longer want? Maybe you're very lazy. The new you wants to be and needs to be disciplined, right? Maybe the old you is insecure. Maybe the new you feels confident or feels powerful or feels empowered, right? I truly recommend making this list for yourself so you actually start to see a true difference between the old and new you. This way you're truly able to become aware whenever you feel as if your old self is creeping up again. And whenever that happens, whenever these things start to creep up again, you say, no, that's not me anymore. This is the old me. That guy's not me anymore. This is who I am now. And you embody that day in, day out, again and again. And please understand that in the beginning, this is gonna feel very uncomfortable. This is gonna feel very unnatural. And maybe people around you will even notice that you're being and acting a bit different. But what I can tell you, and this is the beauty, when you've been doing this for a few weeks, for a few months, it's becoming more and more natural. And over time, what you will see is that this old self is gonna die. He's no longer gonna exist, and it's just you now. You can't hop out of this anymore. You've truly embodied the new self. Now what's going to happen is that the whole world will react a lot different to you, right? The way you present yourself to the world, the way you see yourself, is automatically the way people are gonna treat you. You have no obligation to be the same person you were 1 minute ago. You can become anyone you want, as long as you're aware that you can actually change through this process of old and new self. If you start to do this, if you start to go to the root cause of assuming different things for yourself, you can truly master your reality and truly change your reality very effortlessly. So let's say you want to undo a certain habit. You have a certain bad habit. What you want to do is you want to see yourself as the person who is not, let's say, smoking. You smoke cigarettes. You want to see yourself as a person who is not smoking anymore until a certain point that you cannot even imagine yourself smoking. For me, I could never light a cigarette because it doesn't match my self-image. For me, it's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want it at all. I used to, but now when I see a cigarette, I'm like, no, that's so wrong. It doesn't match who I am anymore. I used to see myself as unlazy and unfit. Now I don't. Now I see myself as someone very healthy, someone that's very athletic. So guess what? I'm gonna act like it. And I went through this process again and again and again in so many different stages of my life. So guys, I truly hope this video helped. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like the video, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.